if I'm going to go out there and look for that fish of a lifetime, I mean go after a world record, you got to go when the big fish are on the prowl. And bass especially, they're low light feeders. So days like today, you can see right now I've got a nice cloud covered day. It's starting to rain a little bit. This is when the big ones bite. So I'm going to go out there with the rigs that catch big fish on these conditions, you know. And my favorite, without a doubt, a big swim bait. Hard to beat. Rig it with a Power Lock Plus hook like that. It's weedless. You can reel it through the cover. Big fish come out to play on these kind of days. So what I want to use is a Mustad Power Lock Plus swim bait hook with a hollow body swim bait like this Shadalicious right here. This is a 5-inch Shadalicious, and you know, big swim baits catch big fish. And it's got a screw lock on the nose that really holds that bait in position. So I just screw that right into the head of the bait, and then kind of lay the hook against it and run it all the way through so that hook's exposed, and it lays right against the top of the body like that. So I can throw this through the grass, the brush, laydowns, things like that, and it's perfectly weedless. And another neat thing about this particular hook is it's got a weight system that you can actually slide up and down the hook. So if I want the bait to run deeper, I keep the weight all the way forward on the hook. If I want the bait to run a little shallower, I can run it farther back and it'll ride higher in the water column. Swim baits catch huge bass. If you're looking for a world record, a swim bait is the way to go. Never leave the house without the big crankbait. I mean, I've caught so many giant fish on crankbaits over the years that it's something that I'm always going to throw. Days like today, that's when the big fish are on the move, and they're going to chase a moving bait like this big crankbait. I've got the hooks changed to KVD Elite trebles, so when I get that bite, I'm going to hook and hold that world record fish. And the one thing that I learned is that standard trebles just don't cut the mustard. You've got to have something that's super strong and is going to hold those big fish. I mean, if you get that world record fish on, the fish of a lifetime, don't skimp on your hooks. What I do is, you know, on a bait like this 6XD right here, it comes with standard round bend number 2s. And I've had so many times where even a 3 or 4 pounder will flex that hook. That's why I designed the KVD Elite triple grip to be the way that it is. It's one extra strong wire, and with that extra short shank, I can put much bigger hooks on there. Instead of that number 2, I go straight to a 1/0 KVD Elite treble, and I just start the other one off the split ring and just run it right off and change the front one. I've changed just thousands like this, just using a standard pair of pliers, or you can use split ring pliers to do it. But that way you don't take a hook off and put another one on. I'm doing it all in one swift process right there. So now I've got a 6XD, and it's got 2 1/0 KVD Elite trebles. So when I get that giant fish on, these hooks aren't going to flex. They're ultra point, so they're super sharp, and I'm going to land that giant bass. Crankbaits, big fish baits, make sure you got the right hooks on there.